Small. Wow, tiny.
You are currently listening to Tiny Table,
where we explore TTRPGs you might not have heard of.
Whether big or small, we hope to cover them all.
Because we know that great things can come in tiny packages.
That my boss listens to this. Cut that.
Oh, it's getting personal.
And welcome to Tiny Table, smallest salutation.
Welcome back to Tiny Table, y'all, where the pinned messages don't load. What the fuck?
I love your beautiful, beautiful brain that can remember so much.
Welcome to Tiny Table, where no game is too small. Here at Tiny Table, the game always changes, but our lovely players stay the same, and so does the pinned message that tells me. So does the pinned message that tells me our slogan. Yeah. Introduce yourselves, lovely players.
Introduce yourselves, lovely slogans.
I am Holly. I am playing Sylrona Starkind. And my favorite Matthew Mercerism is his penchant for those leather bracelets, always paired with a vest.
And hey, what's up? It's me, Skylar. I'm playing Flesh the Fleet Fine Shell at your service. And my favorite mercerism. Mercerism. Yeah, I got too into character. I'm sorry. I'm just such a naturally talented actor.
I hate you. Go outside. Can you still edit the podcast?
Yeah, from my cave, from my pathetic, vulnerable cave. That's why I play a character with a shell. My favorite mercerism is Toothy Maw.
And hello, I'm Neo. I'm going to be playing Cornelius Cobblestone. And my favorite Matthew Mercerism is...
And I have been, and will continue to be your game mistress, Julian. And my favorite Matthew Mercerism that I don't relate to at all is his increasing exasperation with the fact that he can't use the term make your way, a very common reference to traversal, without his players all bursting out and going, making my way downtown. Definitely don't have a real life D&D group I once played with where that played out in real time 2 years prior to campaign 2 of Critical Role, so I knew it when it was indie.
When it was indie.
See, I think you're actually your favorite Matthew Mercerism, favorite in heavy quotations, is when he steals from you. In the past.
And currently. Not any of your ideas, but literal theft.
Yeah.
This is Minority Report. Matthew Mercer, you can be charged for future crime.
Mm-hmm. We have to stop stealing NADPOD bits. You can't reference Minority
I'm sorry.
Report.
I can reference Minority Report. It's a movie.
Yes.
I too watched it in freshman year English class.
We all watched Tom Cruise make out with that old woman. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
I've never seen this movie.
Oh.
One day I'll watch Tom Cruise make out with that old woman.
I don't think I want to.
Fair. And that's a future crime.
That is a future crime.
Willkommen back to Daggerheart. We gave it the overnight marination, and this dagger is pristine and ready to go.
Yeah.
There's a few daggers.
Preheated.
There's a few daggers in the hands of our enemies at this point because our heroes, when last we left them, are being ambushed by a set of thistlefolk, specifically some ribbit thistlefolk who are making their way out from the underbrush using this overturned cart that perhaps they overturned themselves as a distraction for our heroes, just giving them enough separation and complication to expose them to this attack. But the ever-quick Flash was aware enough of his surroundings as he aided the errant strixwolf that had previously blocked your way to notice the rustling of these thistlefolk, and though he is not yet physically reunited with the party, he was able to call out a loud warning to our heroes as the thistlefolk emerged. These ambushers are rushing out from the undergrowth as we speak, But you two, the princess and her groundskeeper Cornelius, stand at the ready, having just righted the cart that was in your path. You all get to act first. Who would like to start us off? I think I'm going to limit it to the folks who aren't Flash just for now, just because we already know what Flash is doing, and I'll let you know, Flash, when you careen into the scene.
Lovely. I don't know if it will play out at all. I have -1 agility and -1 finesse. Agility specifically relating to sprinting, so...
Let's actually then open with an agility roll from you as you careen your way towards, and I'll use this to determine how many actions must pass before you've made it back.
All right, well, as I said, got a sick, fresh -1. Let's see how this goes. It's a 14 with fear.
14 with fear. Very good. I'll take a fear for myself to use later. I've got a little stockpile. I'm sitting on 3 fear at this point that I've stockpiled up and maybe I've been saving for this fight. Who's to say? And I think on a 14 I will give you a roll of a D6, and this will be how many total actions must have elapsed, and this is player actions and enemy actions, before you careen into the scene. That's a 1. You were nice and fast.
Oh, let's go!
So you are hurtling towards our heroes. You won't be able to act until at least one other person has gone, but if someone goes and they succeed and play has not passed to the enemies, you can feel free to go next if you deem that appropriate. You were pretty quick.
Lovely.
So, between our 2 non-turtle-shelled heroes, who's up first?
I think it makes more sense for you to go first.
Yeah, absolutely. Cornelius immediately sees this entourage ambush us. It's like, stay back, princess! And Cornelius is going to wild shape into his beast form as his first action. So I will mark a stress to transform into a magical creature. I'm going to transform into a pack predator in the style of a wolf. It would be cool if it was kind of strixwolf flavored, but I'm sure those are a higher CR, so...
You could be a not flying strixwolf.
Yeah, sure. I'll be kind of like I'll be a wolf with some weird feathery bits kind of sticking out, but just still kind of regular wolf face. Looking a little mangy. Looking a little old wolf.
Instead of a flying wolf, you're just a wolf who looks super fly.
There you go.
Cool.
Thanks.
So
guys.
mark a stress.
Alrighty, that's 1 stress for me. And I'm going to turn into a wolf, and I'm going to growl at them and intimidate them. And then I'm going to... Tell me where these people are positioned.
So we'll do a quick go over of the ranges so that everyone's familiar.
Yeah.
Melee is melee. You're next to each other. Very close is 5 to 10 feet away or anywhere on the map within length of a short side of a playing card. We're not going to be playing with a map for this podcast because we've got enough oobles and boobles to keep track of on our physical table. But this game is explicitly written for theater of the mind to work just as well as a tactical map. Close is 10 to 30 feet. Anywhere on the map that's the length of a standard pencil away. And then far is 30 to 100 feet, anywhere within the long length of a sheet of paper. Very far is beyond that, but still in the scene. So, all of these dudes are close. So they're all hiding in the underbrush, but you could get to them on your turn.
Definitely. I'm gonna pick out the weak one. I'm gonna look for the smallest guy and go for him.
Beautiful. There's a series of 3 of them. You charge forward in your wolven form. Give me an attack roll, please.
Absolutely. That's going to be a 10 plus 2 to hit. That's a 12 with fear.
12 with fear. A 12 will just miss on the little guys.
No.
And it was with fear, so it's a failure with fear. So I'm going to take a fear and take control of the action. So you swing and a miss. These things are real quick. You're swinging with a paw as you try and gouge forward towards the creature. They wheel back.
Oh, wait. Actually, that would be incorrect because I'm supposed to take advantage on attack rolls.
Very true. Roll a second hope die and see if it goes higher. Not higher than the fear, but higher than it was.
Yeah, high, that's gonna be, instead of a
So 2 higher, 14.
14, thank you.
Cool. So you will actually hit.
Yes.
I will still take a fear, and it will still be up to me if I want to take control, which I will. But let's have you roll your damage.
Nice, that's gonna be a 7 damage.
7 total.
Yeah.
Very cool. That'll be their major threshold. That's going to be 2 damage to the one you strike. You slash forward. It reels back in pain as the attack lands, and you've drawn a lot of blood that splatters over the floor. It's barely holding on at this point. That same creature is going to... I'm going to take one of my fear, and I'm going to convert it into 2 action tokens to put 2 more action tokens down. That gives me a total of 3, and I'm going to cash all 3 of those out to have the 3 little ones hone in on this wolf and go ham. So they're all going to rush in and try and strike you. What is your evasion score in your wolven form?
In my wolven form, it is +1 to my current, so that would be 9.
9 total. So I'm aiming for 9s. The first strike just hits with a 9. So a blow comes flying your way from one of their kind of rusty-looking daggers.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
For a total of 10 physical damage coming your way. So what are your thresholds?
That would be major damage, so I'd mark 2 hit points.
Are you allowed to use armor when you're in your beast form?
I do have an armor score of 4.
Cool, so you totally can. So 4 out of 10 would bring it down to 6, which would bring it down to a minor damage. Do you want to spend an armor to take only 1 damage?
Absolutely.
Cool. So mark off an armor and take 1 damage. Next attack coming your way is going to miss with only a 6.
Oh, lovely.
And the final strike is a nat 1, a full miss from this poor sucker. So while the 3 of them descend upon you, only one of them is able to land any sort of hit, and you're able to mitigate it with your armor.
Does the control go back to us?
Yep.
I see Cornelius strike out and get hit, and I think, no, don't hurt him! And I unleash, I'll put in 2 tokens to unleash chaos.
Beautiful.
And I'm going to make a spell cast roll, which is going to be +2 for me. That is going to be 17 with hope.
That does it. Add a hope, and you hit. Are you aiming for the same one bit by Cornelius earlier, or a different one?
Well, I am going to also, one of my primal origin subclass features is that when I cast a spell or use a weapon that deals magic damage, I can mark a stress to hit an additional target within range of the spell.
Very cool.
So I'll hit the one that hit him, and then
one next to it.
One next to it.
Cool. All 3 of them are all around Cornelius at this point.
And then I'll mark another stress on top of that to refresh my token. So I'm up to 2 stress right now.
Nice.
And so I will be rolling 2d10.
Nice. And this damage is done to both?
I believe so.
Nice.
It doesn't state that I'm doing it. It's like separate, so I'm gonna guess.
Cool.
8 points of magic damage.
Beautiful.
As these shadowy tendrils come out, and there's just this unleash of chaos as they like almost get like choked out by these shadowy tendrils. And I, for the first time in my life, feel such relief. Like I'm not having a pounding headache. I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god.
Fantastic. Beautiful. You succeeded with hope, so control is still with the players. As your shadowy tendrils strike out, the yet undamaged thistlefolk takes a major wound, and the one that had already been damaged is killed.
Ooh.
Choked out by the shadowy tendrils wrapping around it, it expires with a sudden gasp and falls to the ground.
I think
one damaged, one undamaged, and one still hiding in the underbrush who has yet to reveal themselves.
I think I'd like to take the opportunity to hopefully jump in here since I only have to wait 1 action.
Yeah, you ping pong in.
Yeah. I mean, I think what's going to happen is functionally, I'd like to make a melee mace attack on, I guess, the injured one, but flavor-wise, I would like to be that I'm careening down and just happen to like hit him from like out from under his legs.
I love that.
And just kind of like knock into him.
Fantastic. Give me an attack roll, please.
Absolutely.
And if you know what I'll say, if you'd like to, I'll let you spend a stress to make this attack roll with advantage because of your built-up speed.
Oh, a stress.
Yeah.
Okay.
I found stress is interesting in this game in that it's a resource that gets explicitly referenced sometimes, and then there's a lot of things that's like, if you feel like it as a DM, this is a resource you can fiddle with. So I'm gonna try that now.
Would I be able to instead spend a hope to use I Won't Let You Down? Because he's running towards the people he's supposed to protect.
Sure. You could do either or both of those.
Okay. I'm just going to do the hope, because stress is important for me as a guardian, because I can use it for armor slots. I don't want to get too high up on stress just yet.
That makes sense.
So we'll start with this. Total with strength is going to be +3. Ooh, okay. That's a 23 with fear.
Okay. So that is going to be a success with fear. You're careening into the one that has been damaged by the shadow tendrils but not killed yet, yes?
Yes.
Beautiful. Roll me some damage, please.
Lovely.
And then I shall take control.
DA +1. 5 + 1 is 6 damage. 6 physical.
6 physical will be enough to do a major wound to this second one, and he is sent hurtling, flying through the air, and smashes headfirst, dead, boom, into the carriage that y'all had previously righted.
Yeah, you just hear...
As it is sent careening. Beautiful.
Congratulations on your first kill, Sonny. Now let's hope the next one's on purpose.
My first what?
Wait, I don't say that. I go.
Very true. I forgot you're a dog.
What? I pushed him down the well?
So, as that one expires, I've got 2 action tracker tokens in front of me, and I'm going to take control of the moves. There's going to be 1 action for the final ambusher and 1 for the still concealed member of the group. I think I'm going to start with that concealed guy. They are going to run forward, and you see a slightly taller member of the frog folk whose natural multicolored green mottling of their skin had, like, even better than their compatriots, blended them into their surrounding environs. This one rushes towards you, Mr. Pinball, and I'm going to spend an action token to activate him, spend a fear to use one of his fear abilities. It rushes towards you, and you hisses, "Back off, buddy!"
All right.
And is going to make an attack roll against all targets within melee range, so both of you. So this 1 attack roll is targeting both of your evasions. That is an 18, so that'll hit both of you.
Damn.
Hitting both of you for 19 magic damage and pushing both of you far away, back onto the road and like into the side of the carriage.
Okay. I think what I'm gonna do is... Oh, man. This is a lot. This is like... I'm gonna be using a lot here. But I'm gonna use a stress to do I Am Your Shield. When an ally very close to you is going to take damage, you can mark a stress to take the damage instead. So instead of 19 going to them, I'm gonna have 40 coming, or roughly 40. I think it comes up to 36. Yeah, 38 coming
What are
to me.
your damage thresholds?
They're much, or at least they're a little bit higher. I am, however, going to mark a second stress and 2 armor slots to mitigate 30 of that 38, bringing it down to a minor hit and only take 1 HP worth of damage.
Wait, where is your major threshold?
My major threshold is 11.
Oh my god, that's like...
Hey, it's a big investment, but it saves your buddy entirely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I would have taken 3 harm.
Yeah, I'm willing to expend a good number of resources to keep us majority safe.
Beautiful. I love that. So, despite 38 damage incoming, that's only a single hit point suffered by a good old Flash and nothing suffered by Cornelius.
Get down, Uncle Cobb! And I think there's like a dent in the tower shield as this huge impact knocks us both back.
I love that. You are still both flown backwards and back onto the road. The remaining member of the cohort... that was pretty impressive. You did not get very messed up by that at all. Think the remaining member of the cohort is going to throw his dagger at feel like they would probably have disadvantage trying to hit good old Cornelius because he's in cover behind the Flash at this point. So it's gonna be going at the Flash.
Yeah.
With a 12 to hit, which will hit your 3.
My 3, yeah. It's look. I didn't build this character to dodge hits.
And that's gonna be max damage, 17 damage coming your way.
17. I'll bump a stress in an armor slot to take nothing.
Cool, very nice.
Reduce it by 20.
The knife flies forward and literally ding comes spiraling off of your tower shield.
Okay, yeah. Excellent. I had a small realization, but it wouldn't have affected the numbers. When I use my I Am Your Shield ability, it also reduces the value of the damage equal to my strength modifier. So it would have been down another 2, but nothing that would have saved me an armor slot or anything.
Yeah, cool. Good to know for the future. Cool, that's all my action trackers. Got 2 fear I'm sitting on. Do I want more action? Or do I want to pass it back to y'all?
Keep the action going. Make us sweat, baby.
Yeah,
you just did your big move.
They did a big move. I kind of feel like with that final bit of armor dinging off, these guys are bandits. Their job is not fighting to the death. I'm going to spend a fear to make 2 action tokens, and they're going to spend those actions sprinting away. These dudes are getting out of here.
Whoa.
Are they still within far range?
They are fleeing to far. I guess they would be fleeing to far range. They'd be like at the edge of far at this point. Not yet very far.
I'll just hold out my hand and say, "Halt!"
Ooh.
And I'll unleash chaos again. And I'll mark another stress to hopefully hit. I guess I'll do it. Let me see if I see where I hit.
I will say they have fled into the trees, which are quite thick, so I will give you disadvantage on the attack roll, but everything else will be good to go.
So how do I do disadvantage?
Disadvantage is you roll 2 hope dice, take the lower one.
Okay. Yeah, that is a
5 with hope.
7 with hope. But do I think a 9 will hit? Do we know if 9 hits them?
We know it doesn't.
We don't
Because 12. Because
12 missed.
12 missed.
Oh, okay, cool. So I just can't hit them. Okay.
Cool. So mark a hope, and then the shot goes wide. The lackey is going to spend that action token to continue fleeing, and is now completely beyond sight out of the combat. There's one still in kind of far away range you've barely got eyes on. Other than that, the other one has fled.
I don't really have any sort of ranged, and Flash is looking worse for wear. I don't think he's not that fleet.
I think Cornelius just pops out of wolf form back into fawn form. It's like, yeah, that's right. You better run. Tell your friends. Don't you dare fuck with us.
The language there.
Well, I'll apologize to the lady, but not to you. You just killed somebody today. Congratulations! Are you first?
Yeah.
Well, don't worry. There were bad guys trying to rob us. It's always morally correct to be judge, jury, and executioner if someone's trying to rob you.
I don't remember that being in my lecture tomes, but you're the knight, sir. You know better than I.
What do you think the sword is for, boy? It's for killing. You too, princess. Congratulations.
You see that the princess has taken off her veil and is her headdress. And you see that she no longer has these black veins coming from her eyes. Her eyes are still just like solid black, but it seems like the veins have retreated. And for the first time, I think, than you've ever seen her, Flash, and the first time in a long time, you, Cornelius, you've seen her without the headdress, not being like in extreme pain. She's like, to know what happened.
Well, yeah. Are you okay? You look. I mean, you look. I've never really seen your eyes before, ma'am. But you were doing some. I could see out of the crack of my shell. You were doing some. Like you cast some curse or some magic.
No, it looks freaky, son, but you're looking a lot better than you have been in a long time.
I feel a lot better.
Isn't that peculiar?
Yes.
In the history of this castle's inability to properly diagnose the princess, this will of course mean that the new diagnosis is the princess must kill. In order
Must
to
kill.
feel
Needs blood.
needs blood.
The princess craves violence.
Listen, you're a king. You know how you got that throne.
I look at my gauntlets, my gauntleted hands, and I'm like, I think I can protect people with this power. I just need to learn how to channel it.
Yeah. I think control might be something you might want to focus on, because I'm not gonna lie, that was some real freak shit I just saw. That was really impressive. Really dangerous and terrifying.
Yes.
Young lady.
And from your stories that you've told me, you've seen a lot of freak stuff, sir.
Yeah.
In fact, you've been the cause of most freak stuff in most of the stories you've told me.
Well, you know what they say. Stay freaky.
I have heard you say that, yes.
That's practically your motto, sir.
Yeah, stay freaky.
You just see, like, you turn around, it's like embroidered on you.
He's got a tattoo.
Yeah.
It's a tramp stamp.
It's a tramp stamp.
You take off the overall straps to shots. Wow.
Yeah, I got this back in
Back in 09.
Back in 09.
Fantasy 09.
The year 9.
Spring break down at Glimmering Pools. Oh yeah, those were the times.
That sounds so exciting.
It sounds so foul.
Maybe if I can learn how to control this, I could go to Glimmering Springs.
You too could get freaky at Glimmering Springs.
I could.
I too could get a tramp stamp.
At Cabo.
Or maybe I could get a tramp stamp of get freaky.
I'm such a terrible influence. All right, let's take a look at these little critters and try to rob us. Oh my God, look at these things.
They're dressed for guerrilla warfare. No ape furs in sight, but they are definitely dressed in some kind of like, they've got kind of bundles of sticks wrapped around the arms to help with like natural camouflage and the like. They're armed each with like kind of a gnarly looking dagger, though upon closer inspection, these look to be like wood whittling knives that they have been utilizing as weaponry.
These are dangerous times, sir. I've never seen Ribbits trained by gorillas before.
What?
Oh no.
I just said that these were, like guys trained in guerrilla warfare.
This is troubling.
Who do you think invented guerrilla warfare? It's in the textbook, sir.
Oh boy.
It is a forest known for fusion animals, so when the frog gorilla comes out later, we'll know who to blame.
Jeez.
But yeah, they don't carry much in the way of valuables on them. It seems like in the wake of their ambush, if they looted something from this cart, they probably moved it to a secondary location and then were staking the place out to see if they could get any other suckers on the same go-round.
Well, if the danger is subsided for right now, I think maybe we should just keep going along. I don't want them to get more dudes or gorillas and come back to kick our butts.
Yes, let me finish lifting this cart.
Oh, here, let me help.
Okay.
All right, ready? Let's all get. If we're all pitch in together, it'll go faster. All right.
This is our group action for the session.
Oh boy. Well, the cart has already been righted, so it no need to do any further stuff. It's easy enough to push it off the road. It takes a little bit of time to kind of de-bramble the undercarriage, but nothing that puts you in such danger as to necessitate a roll. A quick little shove off of the road is all you need to get you all into. What's the horse's name?
Jontague.
Back on track.
Is it just one horse, or is there another Jonta 2 as well?
You only need one.
You only need
when you
one.
got Johnsongue on the team. So, I'd love a little montage from y'all. I'd love each of you to describe a happening that happens. Nothing dangerous. So this is your one kind of moment of mortal peril during your trip. But I want each of you to give me a little montage scene of something that occurs on the way through the forest as you approach the town of Hush.
I feel like at some point we do come across a herd of dogs, again, deer frogs, that have like...
When those things hop, they soar.
They soar, that have like blockaded the road, and there's like a small scene of Cornelius and Flash going out to like get them out of the way. Flash
crossing.
accidentally getting like stuck to one, or accidentally like getting scared and grabbing one as it jumps super high up, and then Cornelius has to chase after him as he gets like flung into the forest. Yeah.
I think Cornelius probably at one point, as he's riding the carriage, maybe shortly after the violence has taken place, Princess and young Sheldon over here are kind of
Sheldon, no!
can't do that to him. Shook up from the violence.
Sheldon's my father's name, sir. I'm not worthy. We just call him Old Sheldon.
Bazinga.
Bazinga, no. Holy God. See, I want to add to the joke, but I've never seen this terrible show, so I know nothing else to reference.
I think we've milked that one dry. Looking over my shoulder and kind of regaling them moments of my first days of violence. And the first time you're gonna get weird flashbacks and it's gonna be really tense, and then you're gonna be freaking out and the ghosts will show up in your dreams, but you do it enough times, the faces all kind of blur together and you just kind of, forget about it. And then it's just daily life. We live in a realm after all. Violence is par for the course.
Camera pans to a distraught and shocked like look of horror on what's my character's name?
Young Sheldon.
I can only think
Young
of young
Sheldon.
Sheldon. A Flash's face as just like
It then pans to
The Princess of Darkness.
Then she's like,
Bloodthirsty.
she's not even guess. Yes.
So Sylrona's thinking, she's like, bodies make great fertilizer. Surely they're buried in the garden.
I think at some point we come across another little barrier, whether that be like, a tree's falling down or something. And I think as we go out, Sylrona's like, wait, I want to try something. And she just goes and she punches the tree trunk like a good 5 feet away with like a flash of like shadow magic. It's
A
like,
black flash, if you will.
a black
flash.
A black flash, if you will. And
That's for all my One Piece readers out there.
I'm killing you in my mind.
Clearly for all the DC multiverse fans who've been wanting more diversity in the Justice League.
Yeah, absolutely.
They want a black flash.
I punch it, and I'm like, nice.
And me and Flash are kind of looking at this like, are you sure she needs you?
Well,
Sure, you can trees.
Well, I've got technically twice the strength score, so this doesn't seem too out of the ordinary for me.
Eventually, at the end of a long journey, the path leads you further into the forest until you spot a large stone pillar carved top to bottom in ancient dwarven symbols. You're nearing the edge of the kingdom, and the neighboring kingdom is dwarven, and we're starting to hit that point where you'd see kind of the intermingling of these peoples, the elves of the kingdom you emanate from, and the dwarves beyond. This denotes one corner of the peaceful village of Hush. When you pass beyond the stone marker, you feel a little sensation, almost like a little of a bubble. And then the sounds of friendly chatter, previously completely silent, are somewhat close by. You can hear them as if they're, maybe like a block away. You're hearing celebration, hearing people. Though the trees of the Sablewood are unchanged here, there is a distinctive, safe, and comforting air that permeates. A few smiling faces turn to you as your carriage rolls in, waving or casting a warm greeting towards the party. There's lively music that drifts in your direction from a tavern at the center of town. You know that you need to find the Whitefire Arcanist to deliver this chest from the king, and you're moving into a town that seems to be in the swing of celebration. What would you like to do?
I think I will kind of do the princessly thing and kind of greet the people and speak to them. I'll dance with the children. I'll do all this stuff. I'll do all the things I always wanted to do as a princess, but I was too sickly to do before.
You're out, you're cavorting with the masses. As for the two of y'all, are you just joining along wherever she goes, or either of you splitting off at any point?
Well, as the squire, I've got to stay right by your side, so staying close by. But I want to figure out excuse me, sir. What are you celebrating? What is the occasion?
I do put my veil back on as to not spook anyone with my blacked out eyes.
Frightening visage.
This princess has been doing hella Molly. Those pupils are huge.
I don't even have a sclera.
You turn towards one of the revelers and ask what is being celebrated, and you tap someone on the shoulder. Excuse me, sir. They turn around and you see, while they are cloaked and while they have, clothes of leather and cloth on, a metallic face turns towards you as you see a clank, a humanoid robot race that is one of the more eccentric options in this setting. Obviously, age indeterminate, hard to tell with bots. Got kind of a number of small scratches upon the kind of like neck and shoulders, and there is an alert but friendly-looking fox bat that is perched on this gentleman's shoulder, and he has been dancing with a group of kids. He turns towards you and says,
Oh, hello. Lovely to meet you all. It's the Firstmoss festival, of course.
Firstmoss. Would any of us know?
I think the princess is educated. The princess would be aware of this, and you in your travels, Mr. Cornelius, would also be aware. Firstmoss is...
Flash is kind of putting the shell into sheltered. He doesn't know anything about this.
See, only a real knob would ask, what are we partying for? The real trick is you never really ask. You just start partying.
This region of the Sablewood is difficult for agriculture due to, it's a lot of forest. It's not exactly easily arable soil that you can just fell an entire forest and start growing crops. Different needs, different soil. So there are these subterranean farms that are lit by from what you've learned in your studies, Princess, the Whitefire Arcanist is the one responsible for basically creating the conditions for plant growth underground that sustains the peoples in this region. It's a bit of a fusion of elven and dwarven magics, this kind of like agrarian magic of the elves and this knowledge of subterranean infrastructure of the dwarves coming together. And this is a harvest festival, or rather not harvest, we're more in the summer. It's starting to ripen. The arrival of Firstmoss upon the underground sunless farms is indicative that all of the plants they're growing are just beginning to ripen. It's something akin to a summer's beginning festival.
Oh, wow.
You see folks around. There's like arm wrestling competitions happening over there. There is a stone painting class currently going on with some of the older kids. The marketplace is all abustle with folks about town, many of them bandying little homemade trinkets, and some of them just sharing food that they have brought from home. People seem to be in a giving air.
It does my heart good See, that's the real trick, Sonny. There's no need to ask what we're celebrating. It's usually harvest related.
We live in a realm.
We live in a realm.
Living
This is
around.
amazing. I've never gotten to go to the Firstmoss festival.
That is very exciting, my lady.
Yes.
What is your name, pray tell?
Sylrona Starkind.
There's like kind of like a hush falls over the crowd, and the robot, who isn't programmed to know any better, says,
Ah, of the Starkind Royal Estate, of course. Lovely to meet you.
Hello, yes, it's lovely to meet all of you as well.
Many of the townsfolk suddenly start bowing and like prostrating themselves.
No need for that.
Back up. Whoop, ready to surround the princess.
No need
This
for
is so
that.
cringe.
I'm just happy to be here and to celebrate with you all.
Someone other than the clank, kind of one of the older adults, one of the instrument players, the violinist, lifts her head up and she says, "Well, what is the occasion for your visit? You are here for the festival?"
I'm here to see the Whitefire Archivist, but I'm is it I'm sure it is known in the kingdom that I'm kind of sickly, right?
It would probably be widespread reputation, so that it's kind of double shocking, right? Not only is a noble arriving, but a noble who's like famously never goes out.
And also
Unannounced.
I think
Yeah, unannounced. No one knew.
I'm feeling well for the first time in a very long time, and I would love to celebrate with you all.
Sounds like it's a time for a celebration. And the violinist kicks up a jaunty new tune, and the celebration begins and continues from where it picked off. Children begin dancing. The clank does so in tune. They are not doing the robot, not going that low hanging fruit. They're doing the Saturday Night Fever like point dance. Disco Inferno. They're doing Disco Inferno. Yeah, so
it's the disco industrial.
the Disco Industrial. As the celebrations kick back up, you spend a little time celebrating with the crowd. Pay me another montage moment. Obviously, it seems like it's not going to be difficult to learn the information of where the Whitefire Arcanist is, and if you guys are on a beeline track, you could get to her very quickly. But it seems like the princess wants to celebrate. I'd love to get a little montage bit of 3 little scenes of the different moments of celebration for each of you.
I think Cornelius is sort of like, oh shit, we didn't discuss etiquette when dealing with the riffraff.
The common folk.
The common folk. Of which I am very familiar with, by the way. So he's kind of on edge. So he's keeping his eye out on the crowd, just like making sure that no one's here to cause any trouble. I don't know, would that be a roll or do I see anybody?
Let's have an instinct roll. Actually, I really don't think there's anything that can really go wrong here. I'm not hiding nothing behind the veil here. You take a look around, and I think your trepidation, given the situation, is warranted. But as you scan the crowd, it's like folks are celebrating. Like this is it's a nice town. There aren't even really much in the way of guards. You don't see many people armed in the town.
Flash hits you with a water balloon.
It's pretty. I gotta say, for a game that is advertising itself around centering on violent combat, the town as written in this adventure, adorably, serenely pastoral, like supremely clean.
Wonderful. I think, I take a scan. No one's armed. People are celebrating. They're happy to see the princess.
They're not like, oh god, the reason we live in poverty, the monarch's death to the crown.
Yeah, so...
No, we live in a realm. They like me.
Yeah. They love the princess.
Yeah, listen, you play D&D, you're a monarchist as long as you're at the table. That's just how it works.
Yeah,
That's
come
how
on, guys.
buy-in works.
So Cornelius is feeling chill. I get splashed by a water balloon, which those exist in this historical fantasy.
Yeah, it's a lamb's bladder, obviously.
Yeah. and I'm like, ooh, you little rascal, come here, you.
You'll never catch me. Is caught very easily.
Very easily. Yeah, you are a turtle.
Yeah, and I'm a fawn. And I take 2 steps, and I just take a big old ripe tomato, and I just kind of smush it on your head. Yeah, that's what you get. And Cornelius, I think, looks over, sees the princess like dancing and laughing and twirling with the children. Very that scene in Rapunzel.
Yes.
Oh, warms my old goat heart. Get to see her so happy and with the people. Brings a tear to my eye.
Didn't think these crusty ducks could make a tear anymore.
I thought my cold black... I'm kidding. I don't have a cold black heart.
You are a goat man. You could have a cold black heart. You could be the goat man.
He probably.
Wouldst thou like to live deliciously?
Now listen, I'm old and crotchety and inappropriate, but that doesn't mean I have a tender affection for the lovely young princess.
Cornelius strikes me as someone who smokes maybe not a cold black heart, but possibly cold black lungs.
Oh, definitely.
Beautiful.
I think for Flash, I think there's a real moment where, like, Flash is kind of a dweeb. He's all about honor and protecting the princess and being, upright and all that and very proper. And so I think he spends a good first chunk being like, hey, hold it out, watch it, hey, back off. But ultimately at the end of the day, he's a kid, and I think for the first time in maybe a long while since he's gone to sorting and boarding school, gets to actually kind of like be a kid. There's obviously like, throws a tomato or like a water balloon or whatever it is. And then there's like another thing of him like winning an arm wrestling match against someone like much bigger than him. Him like, doing all these things, running around, him like falling asleep against like a tree and one of the kids like mistaking his shell for one of those stones being painted, and like the back of his shell and armor get like totally painted. He's like, hey, he's like, has to like take off his armor and like scrub it all off and like get it clean and pristine. And I think it's just him having a lot of fun and getting to be a kid for the first time in a while.
Aw, that's adorable. I love that. How is it going for the princess?
She's having like truly like the best day of her life. She keeps her beaded veil on, but she's able to bask in the sunlight for longer than she has in many decades, as she's able to run with the kids and dance with them. I think one of them makes her a flower crown that she places atop the veil, kind of the only specks of color now in her very pallid and black attire. And I think at some point, every princess has to be taught like an instrument. I think she at one point even joins in the band, and like they kind of like in the way that like someone can play the violin, but it's like, well, let me show you to play the fiddle. And she's like, oh, okay. And like she's just getting to be. She is not in pain for the first time in such a long time, that she has so much energy that she doesn't even know what to do with it.
I love that. Yeah. As the celebration continues, you all spend a good few hours just enjoying the revelry, enjoying the celebrations of this town. Eventually, it is yes, Skylar.
Oh, with the downtime spent traveling here and also the downtime spent here in the town, would there be any opportunity to take a short rest?
Yes, there would. I think this would be a time for a short rest to make a lot of sense. So for a short rest, you guys get a few options. You can do 2 of the following, so I'll list all 4 options. You may tend to your wounds, which is clear 1d4 hit points. This can also be done on an ally. You may clear stress, remove 1d4 stress. That's just for you. None of you are licensed therapists. You can repair armor. You can clear 1d4 used armor slots, or do this for an ally. Or you can prepare, describe how you are preparing for the coming adventure, and gain 1 hope. If you choose to prepare with one or more members of the party, you each gain 2 hope.
Well, I think for Flash, it's pretty easy. I've taken on half my total maximum armor and stress. I think him playing with the other kids and getting to enjoy being a kid is like his stress relief. And then I think as he goes to wash his arm, he's like, oh, I got really banged up there, and like goes to, buff out the scratches as well.
Nice. So you heal 1d4 stress and 1d4 armor.
All right. We'll do stress first. Oh, 3. That's amazing. So that's all of my stress. And 3 for armor. So all my armor, all my stress completely healed. That's
He's
amazing.
All the way back. We love it.
So Holly. I think I'll definitely do the stress, and then the only other one that works for me is preparing.
Cool. So you'll prepare. So roll a d4.
I get 3 stress off, so I'm down. I only had 2, so I'm down to none now.
And then you're gonna prepare. So hold off on the hope. We'll see how much you gain. Neo, what are you gonna do?
I think I'm going to prepare with the princess, maximize our hope thing. So I think I'm going to, I don't know, how would we prepare, Holly, for, what are we preparing for? Meeting the Arcanist?
Yeah, I guess meeting the Arcanist, kind of going over what, making sure that the chest is secure, figuring out where the Arcanist is.
Yeah, maybe we plan to figure out how to arrange a meeting with the Arcanist.
Maybe you take some time to kind of go over,
survey the crowd, ask around, maybe see like, is she gonna show up and make a speech? Is she? Where does she live? How can we contact her?
Totally.
Who's in charge around here?
I think you probably also, based on your trepidations from earlier, you kind of do a little go over of like what the princess should expect when interfacing with people, and now preparing to interface with another like important person. Because I think your initial notice of like, oh god, we didn't like prep for the princess's arrival here, you're doing that now.
Right.
Cool. So each of you gain 2 hope.
I'm now at 6 hope.
Nice. You're at cap.
Nice. I'm at 3 hope. And I will, you know what? I think it's thematically appropriate. I'm going to repair a little bit of stress.
I think that makes sense.
Yes.
I am at the end. I'm going to go up to Flash at the end of our downtime. And I'm going to, actually, never mind. I want to keep this rune ward for myself. It utilizes hope, and it's very helpful.
Cool.
So cut that.
Cut that.
Cut that.
I don't do that. It's mine.
At the party, through the celebration, the princess learns to be selfish. And she says, you know what, it's me. I win.
I win.
I win.
So I have a rune ward that you can spend hope and reduce the damage by a d8.
That sounds like you should get ready for whatever is to come in session 3.
But I think I should keep that on myself, given the fact that, like, I get a major at 6.
Yeah, you get hurt real easy.
I get hurt really easy, so I think I should keep the thing that would mitigate damage, because you just, like...
That's my whole build.
Yeah, you're designed to take
Yeah, I'm designed to take hits.
It's okay to be selfish.
Wonderful. Eventually, after a good few hours of cavorting and gallivanting and making good on reducing stress, it is a dwarven woman named Lausa who is the one who eventually, in conversation, is able to elaborate for you the location of the Arcanist. When Cornelius, when you ask Lausa if the Arcanist is going to be making a speech, Lausa responds, "Oh, she actually already made her speech. She usually only does any sort of speaking." Usually at the top of the celebration. She's a very busy lady, so she doesn't really come out a whole lot. As far as I'm aware, she's probably already back home, but I mean, in the presence of nobility, I'm sure she'll be more than happy to be hospitable. I mean, she keeps our entire town safe and protected. You heard the little the bubble when you came in, yes?
I felt like I was descending from the old mountaintop. What was that?
Yes, it's a ward she keeps up. It protects us from the dangers of the Sablewood, and from the best of my understanding, it exerts a lot of pressure on her to keep it active at all times. So she's rarely out in public. We owe her a great deal, but we try not to disturb her. But I'm sure she'd be more than happy to at least meet with the princess. You'll be able to find her house on the southern end of the village. It's past the overreaches of the farms. She's hanging from one of the old Sablewood trees. She's got the only house that's hanging from a tree. You really can't miss it.
All right, well, we'll have to go pay her a visit. Do we have a name, or is she just the Whitefire Arcanist?
You see the Lausa kind of furrows her brow, and she's like, she has a name. She's a...
What did you just call her Lady Arcanist?
Can we know it?
I call her Lady Arcanist. I don't know her name.
Oh.
Lausa looks like a little embarrassed.
That's all right, mysterious types. You know how magic users can be. It's inflated senses of ego. All right, let's go. Give her a visit.
And with that, the three of our heroes, de-stressed with the power of celebration.
Not you, Lady Princess. You're fine.
What? She was like looking off at a bird.
And with that, all three of our heroes gather together, start heading south to finally meet with the Whitefire Arcanist and learn the true reason for this mission out to the Sablewood, and perhaps finally learn the contents of this mysterious chest next time on Tiny Table.
Oh, leaving us on a little mystery.
Fantastic.
Oh, that was real nice. I haven't gotten to stretch the old shell in a while.
Yeah, cut loose. You talk to any bitches?
I talked to several people, yeah.
What? That includes men.
Bitches inclusive.
Bitches.
Bitches and hoes inclusive.
Yes.
Hi, and thank you for listening to our podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, then we'd really appreciate if you left us a review. If you really like what we do here and want to support us further, you can join us at patreon.com/tinytablepodcast. Our business email is also open for inquiries at tinytablebusiness@gmail.com, and all of our socials can be found in the episode description for any shenanigans you might want to follow. Till next time, see ya!
Welcome to the Shoutout Corner. First off, Stefan, the violinist who leads the festival's band, always ready to jam. Next we have Iji, the kid who painted on Flash's shell. You rascal. Nancy, the Arcanist's secret apprentice who helped establish the silence bubble around Hush. Ooh. Drake, Flash's mentor in sorting and boarding school. The junior jousters salute you. Jordan, a traveler who happened to spot Sylrona lift the cart from a safe distance and was so inspired they became a professional powerlifter. Get those gains. Well, that's all for this week. Take care.